You gotta understand, Kanan, that how people see you now is how they're gonna see you forever.
How you want people to see you, Kanan?
I don't want them to see me as me. Not who my mother is.
Gotta be real careful, Kanan. They ain't get to where they are without dropping a whole lot of bodies behind.
Oh, like how you got the way you are?
All right.
Look with your mother, kid, not you.
It seems like those of us in business with you are now being attacked.
It's one thing not to be able to trust my son. I can almost live with that. But I have to be able to trust my business partners. It's all about who you know.
This think I'm dead.
I'm getting mine. Here I am, turn it over.
I ain't never been more alive. Thank your lucky stars you got a mother who loves you.
Beware of the hand when it's coming from the left. I ain't tripping.
Just watch your step. Can't trust it.
If you want people to see you as you, you gotta let them know who you are. Famous last words.
What's up, big ass niggas? This is your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking, but most importantly, make sure you share it with your ugly ass friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power, Book 3, Raising Kanan, and I just noticed I spelled the shit out of raisin, but don't worry about it. I know I spell raisin, y'all know that. Y'all see me spell it right before. I don't put that I before that S, but whatever. Hit y'all with glass up. Anyways, Raising Kanan, and this one right here is titled Famous Death Leads to the Introduction of D-Wiz Brother. That's right, glass niggas. D-Wiz Brother is on the way. Now, as we know, D-Wiz Brother is a character that we have all been waiting for quite a while. And he's such a mystery that we don't even have a name for this ugly nigga. We've been calling that man D-Wiz Brother for going on 4 seasons now. So, but I think it's a good time for them to go ahead and bring him in because, you know, Power has done this on several occasions where they'll mention the character but don't quite reveal them, like, you know, show the character until a few seasons on down the line. A couple of examples of this is Ronnie was mentioned in season 1 by his little brother Unique, and they didn't actually show us him until season 3. Early Tyler was mentioned in season 1 and season 3, but we won't see him until this season 4. So I think another character that was also mentioned in season 1 by his brother D-Wiz, and of course Rock and Kanan talked about him as well a little later in that same episode. So I think it's going to be a perfect timing for them to go ahead and bring him in. And I think when he shows up, your boy Famous will be out of here. And this is how I could possibly see this going down. I'm pretty sure it won't happen exactly like this, but hey, I'm giving a shot at it. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this video. Now we're going to start this things off right from the beginning. Now, as we know, at the beginning in season 1, Kanan took things into his own hands, defying his mother when she told him to leave it alone, but he saw none other than Buck 20 on what used to be his mother's block and was slanging his products, but unaware that this block has already been given to Unique by Rock, but he wanted to, you know, go ahead and get some balls that day and handle things on his own, which didn't do anything but F it up. But what I want to point out here in this scenario is, as you can see, when Kanan and D-Wiz open fire on these guys, on Buck 20 at least, you see 1, 2, and 3 people that's also with Buck 20. So what happened to those guys? Did they just completely vanish? Because keep in mind, they were there. So those are 3 witnesses that was on Buck 20's crew that actually know what happened. So regardless of what the story and the words that's been put out, those 3 know the truth. But anyway, of course, you know, Rock had a parlay with Unique. She paid him off, gave money to Buck 20's family, and of course they had to sacrifice your boy D-Wiz. And that pretty much was put it on hush. But as we know, Unique was taken out, so we thought, and so everyone in the hood thought, was taken out by his brother Ronnie. And since he was taken out of the way, and everyone thinking he's out of the way, that might open up a can of worms of people like, okay, now that Nick is gone, you know, that makes it open season for whoever, you know, took out our boy Buck 20. Another example of this could be, remember Julio was protected by Ghost, right? Because he was, Ghost helped him get out of the gang, the Soldados, right? I mean, not the Soldados, the Todos Locos. And now that, when they found out that Ghost was out of the game, Dre and the head of the Todos Locos, Uriel, plotted to take out Julio. So we could see a similar thing happen here when they think Unique is out of the way with the crew that was remaining for Buck 20. Also, keep in mind that these 2 here were also there. These 2 was actually part of, you know, Kanan's crew, along with D-Wiz, and also Famous was there as well, right? So, now to Famous. As we know, Famous has not been seen yet in any of the trailers, any of the exclusive clips we've been seeing, nor any of the exclusive photos that they released thus far. He also hasn't promoted anything in relations to Raising Kanan Season 4 on his Instagram page. That's for the actor Antonio Ortez, right? So I think it's safe to say that he doesn't have any role in Season 4. So more than likely, they're going to give us a storyline where they write his character off and say something happened to him. In my opinion, I think they're going to say that he was killed some kind of way. And I'm going to give you a scenario where this could have happened. So as we know, Famous loves to make rap songs about things he did and things that he didn't do. You know, rapping and running his mouth about things that he shouldn't be talking about, right? So I think that song Streets Need a Body is going to come back to hunt him, because that was incriminating himself to be like he was part of something that he really wasn't part of. Like he was there, but he didn't fire any guns that particular day. He just so happened to be there. But as I predicted, I believe Famous will be taken out by someone. He's going to either be taken out by someone close to D-Wiz, Freddie, or I think he could be taken out by D-Wiz's brother. And I'm going to tell you how this thing could play out. Now, we seen in the trailer with Kanan speaking to someone, looks like this little kid. Now, a couple of us have speculated that this could possibly be Ghost. I have my opinion on that. I'm not going to quite give it away because I will be doing another separate video on that particular situation. But anyways, whoever this kid is that he is speaking to, he's saying, you want to make some real loot, get me some information, right? So let's just say that this kid was able to shake some trees and find out some information, right? And that information that he received is going to lead him to that same basketball court that we earlier seen your girl Raquel Thomas at the beginning of the last episode of season 3. If you can remember, she right before she started getting shot at, she stopped at a red light and there were some kids playing at a basketball court, right? And she started to view it as if she recognized someone, right? Those are the photo of the kid, and that's the basketball court. And of course, this is the car that pulled up on Rock, right? So, with that being said, why are they having this basketball court here? And then, of course, they bring it back in season 4. This tells me that something major is dealing with this basketball court or someone who's at this basketball court. Because Rock didn't just, take a look at it. Like, if you remember this scene when she was viewing it, she didn't just look at the place like that for no reason. It was a reason why they zoomed in and had Rock take a look at this basketball court. And I'm going to go ahead and show y'all what I think it could possibly mean. But just before that, let me show y'all. I want to go ahead and go to the scene with Famous, because Famous, I believe, was at that scene. And I'm going to show you how. Give me a quick little sec. All right, so here we are. This here is when Famous was going to Kanan's apartment and he was trying to alert him, letting him know that someone just got through blasting on Rock, right? But the thing is what I think that I want to point out is that he was speaking as if he was at the court, because he didn't say like someone told me. He was speaking as if he knew exactly how it went down. He even knew the street and stuff that it would happen to. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at this.
You don't know. Someone tried to hit.
We'll go back.
I'm just checking on you, making sure you're alright. Why the fuck wouldn't I be alright, fam? You don't know. Someone tried to hit Rock, K. A fucking drive-by. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Down on God, bro. She was stopped at a light, niggas started blasting on her. Someone tried to hit Rock, K. A fucking drive-by.
He was able to say exactly
down on God, bro.
where it happened.
She was stopped at a light, niggas started blasting on her. I heard she got away, but I didn't know if she was good or not. That crazy motherfucker.
There. So the way he was describing that was as if he was there, not because he heard about it. So in my opinion, I believe, yeah. So, as I said, I don't know, this kid right here in the red, I looked at it from on the different angle, kind of looked like could have been Famous here, but either way, it seems as if he was actually at the scene. So maybe he was hanging out playing a little ball. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Next, we seen in the trailer, you see Kanan and Juke they are also at this particular basketball court, and it's like he's scoping out the situation, looking for a certain individual. Who is that individual? And I think whoever it was, possibly that kid, gave him some information that whoever it was that was behind the death of Famous plays at that particular park. Now, ugly ass niggas probably gonna say I'm reaching here, but hey, think about this. We just got confirmation that Famous hangs out at that particular park, right? Plays ball at the court sometime. So remember in season 1, they said that D-Wiz was on the basketball team. So he played ball, right? So who's to say that D-Wiz brother wasn't into ball? He probably was. And a lot of the times, little brothers tend to follow behind what their big brothers was into. So if your big brother was playing basketball, it's a good possibility you was into basketball. If he played football, it's a good chance you was in football. If he slang dope, it's a high possibility that the little brother will also want to slang dope. That's how it goes, right? So in this particular situation, I believe D-Wiz brother probably was into basketball. Now I want to show y'all something else. For those of y'all, I think once Kanan got out and went to how they described the character that who they think could possibly be behind the death of Famous, he's gonna go to him and be shocked at who he sees, because the person he's gonna go ahead and see is gonna be none other than D-Wiz brother. And of course, he didn't want to just go out and just blast D-Wiz brother, because D-Wiz brother, he probably looks up to him to a degree, because that was the older brother of his other best friend. He had D-Wiz and Kanan. I mean, D-Wiz and Famous. Those were his two best friends, right? And also, of course, with D-Wiz being sacrificed to save his life, he probably would, even though, he's not the super hideous Kanan that we knew him from in Power. And even that Kanan had a little bit of a soft spot, because he had a soft spot for Tariq, right? So he probably couldn't go ahead and see, like, damn, bro, this D-Wiz brother. I wish we knew this nigga's name so I can stop calling him D-Wiz brother. But anyways, he like this D-Wiz brother, man. And he's gonna find out the reason why he came after Famous was because of that song, Streets Need a Body, and it made it seem like he was behind the death of his little brother. Just keep in mind, the people who took out Buck 20, retaliation was done. D-Wiz was retaliation from the person who killed Buck 20. So in D-Wiz brother's mindset, you taking out Buck 20 is what got my little brother killed. So he went after him, right? Very similar to, for all my people that are fans of Snowfall. Remember, we seen this, and this wouldn't be if they do go this angle, this wouldn't be the first time that we seen them mirror Snowfall. Because remember when I was making predictions back for Ghost season 4, I was right on the money when I told y'all that when Tariq was doing that hallucination scene, that they were kind of copying Snowfall when Franklin was on that when he was high as hell, because they laced them brownies that he had, right? The chocolate or whatever, the chocolate strawberries, that's what it was. And, you know, he was seeing himself, and Tariq did the exact same thing. So who's to say they won't do this same situation? For those of y'all that are familiar, and those of y'all who isn't familiar with Snowfall, basically in season 5, this guy here, Kane, was the older brother of Franklin's and Leon's best friend, Kev. Kev was ultimately died because Franklin shot him in the leg, was attempting to just stop him from, basically making a bad, terrible decision, and it ended up killing him. It wasn't intentional. But anyways, what's important is Kane was furious that they took out his little brother and didn't say anything to him, and not only that, they didn't even try to take care of his family. So they were he was very furious about that. So I think it's possible D-Wiz's brother will take the exact same approach and go after Kanan and Famous, but he succeeded in taking out Famous. And of course, Juke is part of the crew too. So you see how Juke was in the car with him. So maybe instead of Franklin and Leon, Kanan and Juke comes up and confronts D-Wiz's brother. And then maybe they have a talk or something like that. And I think Kanan is going to let him go is because of who he is. And I can see this being a very fatal mistake. Very similar to Snowfall. Franklin and Leon's decision to allow Kane to live ultimately led to the death of his uncle Jerome. And if they follow the same tracks, then y'all should know what's coming next. But that is another video. I will be making a video on that as well. For those of y'all who familiar, you know where I'm going with this. But pretty much that's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. So definitely let me know. Could it have been D-Wiz's older brother who is behind the death of Famous? And who knows, it could be that B-Rilla turns out to be D-Wiz's older brother. Now, I know he gets out of jail because Lou's gonna help him or whatever. But anyways, even if he doesn't come out, because I told y'all, I believe that D-Wiz is Famous is gonna be replaced by the B-Rilla's character, because it's not gonna be room for the two of them. But definitely let me know what y'all think about this particular theory. Could you see it happen a little differently, or do you rock with some of this I'm saying? Let me know all of that and more. But like usual, if you're cool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. Most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.